And the batting power play comes to an end. Good shot for a single. That looks close. Looks very tight. Decision goes to the third umpire. The bowler has overstepped, no ball. Decision goes to the third umpire. And yes, he gets his man. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Pace bowler into the attack. I tell you what, the slow ball won't be a bad option on this pitch. Good shot for a single. Oh, he's thrown it wide. Don't think the bowlers have been able to hit the right length consistently. Turned away for a single. Nailed it. Absolutely. Perfect throw. Well, the captain has been very smart with the bowling changes. Wow, he's picked the bones of that one. Ah, that's a beautiful shot. And in the gap too. The crowd is enjoying every bit of this action. Oh, beats the edge, and the batsman has played all around that one. Last ball coming up. Well, the batsman sees that one early, gets into a great position, got it from the meat of the bat. Well, that is glorious, absolutely glorious, perfect timing, good stop, saved a certain boundary. In the air. Well, that's how poor shot from the batsman. Must be kicking himself. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Change in angle, bowler coming over the wicket. Got him, that's a stunner, out for a duck. This will go down as one of the best wins after the tournament that has thrown absolutely everything at them. This is their moment and they deserve every bit of it. A warm welcome to one and all. Thank you for joining us. It's a beautiful morning and we're sure it's going to be a very high intensity game. These players will be taking the field today. Both teams look balanced and eager to perform. The fielding side looks warmed up and ready to go. Spinner brought into the attack. The bowler has the new ball. We're all set to go for the first ball of the innings. That's an excellent throw. Poor running between the wickets, really poor. And that struck beautifully, terrific shot that. There's such a wonderful crowd in to watch their favorite players. Carved away through the gap for 4. That is smart batting. Looks in good batting form. Played into the gap, should be able to run 2 here. Poor running between the wickets, really poor. Missing his line there, wide signal. Well bowled, past the edge of the bat. The batsman should watch the ball closely and get in line of the ball. Well placed into the gap, possible 2. He really had to reach with the ball to collect it. Pace bowler into the attack. Bowlers can actually get extra bounce by bowling cutters on this pitch. Shot, lovely shot right from the middle of the bat. He's not going to miss out on those. Good shot for a single. Very well played, just working on the field where the gaps are. Turned away for a single. The fitness level of the players today is something else. Wonderful to see them run like that. Very good running between the wickets. Squeeze a single there, good running. That's a quick throw, right on top of the stumps. It's a full house here, and what an atmosphere we've had for this match. That's an excellent throw. Spinner brought back from the other end. Well, that brings us to the end of the power play. Fielding captain can now have more fielders outside the inner circle. He didn't get any timing on that one. Long leg in place. Expect some chin music from the bowler. Good shot for a single. Oh, he's thrown it wide. There is a little bit of the surface for the bowlers. It is also good for batting. That's in the air. Turned away for a single. Glorious, absolutely glorious. Good fielding, saving crucial runs for his team. Spin him back, I think that's a good move. Good shot for a single. Nice throw straight to the top of the stumps. Slim pickings at the moment. The batsmen need to up the gear a bit. Turned away for a single. Shot. That's an excellent cricket shot. He gets 4 for it. The crowd is enjoying every bit of this action. I tell you what, he uses the crease well to play the spinners. Pushed in the gap. Batsman will look to get some valuable runs here. Good shot by the batsman. Can they steal a second here? This is poor fielding. They can't leak out runs like this. Fans would be disappointed. Pace bowler now into the attack. These are free runs. You can't put pressure on the opposition like this. Couldn't time that well as you'd have liked. Very important to keep wickets in hand because in the death overs, they'll have that security. Well, it's to bowl that one again. Good shot for a single. I tell you what, the slow ball won't be a bad option on this pitch. Easy enough for the batsman to play for a single or a two if they run well. Shot, lovely shot right from the middle of the bat. These two gentlemen have played really well and have been finding the gaps at will. Important partnership this. Good aggressive intent shown by the batsman. Up in the air. Hasn't timed the ball at all and the fielder will grab it. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Last ball coming up. Turned away for a single. End of the first inning won't be long before we resume this thrilling contest. The fielding side looks warmed up and ready to go. Pace bowler into the attack. There must be some nerves as the batsman is set to face his first ball. Hammered away for four, good placement. The batting team is managing a good run rate, that's for sure. But that's going to be for all right. Sweet timing. He's not going to miss out on those. Not a great ball, and that has been hammered. Terrific shot. Plenty happening out there. Fielding captain needs to calm his bowlers down before the umpire interferes. He's not going to miss out on those. Superb delivery, can't do much with that. That was a moral victory for the bowler. Oh, that's skewed away from the edge of the bat for four. Looks in good batting form. Well, that is glorious, absolutely glorious, perfect timing. He's too good a player not to take advantage of anything loose. Cracking delivery, almost unplayable. Tell you what, that previous delivery must be playing in the batsman's head. Well bowled, past the edge of the bat. Batsman losing his concentration there. Couldn't time that well as you would have liked. That was a poor throw. Needs to be a lot more accurate. There is a little bit on the surface for the bowlers. It's also good for batting. Cracking delivery, almost unplayable. Batsman losing his concentration there. Good shot for a single. That was a poor throw. Needs to be a lot more accurate. Oh, that's a good connection from the batsman. That's what we call a long distance deposit. Well, the captain has decided taking the pace of the ball is a good way to go. But that brings us to the end of the power play. Fielding captain can now have more fielders outside the inner circle. Beauty from the bowler, zips past the edge. Batsman losing his concentration there. That's high in the air. Exceptional. What a catch. Full marks for the catch. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Batsman takes the long walk back to the pavilion. Impressed by the field sets by the captain is making the batsman play false shots. Good shot for a single. He really had to reach for the ball to collect it. I tell you what, he uses the crease well to play the spinners. Confident appeal. Looks frustrated as he takes a long walk back to the pavilion. The batsman must be kicking himself after that run out. Good bowling, it beats him all ends up. Batsman losing his concentration there. He's very lucky to get away with that one. That's skillful bowling. Spinner brought back from the other end. Batsman losing his concentration there. Beauty from the bowler, zips past the edge. Tell you what, that previous delivery must be playing in the batsman's head. Good bowling, it beats him all, ends up. Batsman losing his concentration there. He didn't get any timing on that one. The batters need to start taking a few risks now. Scoring rate at the moment is a crawl. Good shot for a single. Oh, he's thrown it wide. But it seems like the bowler prefers to bowl from this end. Turned away for a single. Ah, that's a good throw. Straight into his hands. Good loud appeal. And yes, he gets his man. Batsman doesn't look confident with that one, and he decides not to take the review. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Spinner brought back from the other end. The bowler must try and keep this new batsman on strike and create pressure. Yeah, that's very close, very close. That's confirmed by the umpires. Batsman doesn't look confident with that one, and he decides not to take the review. A long walk back to the pavilion, doesn't look happy at all. Very important to keep wickets in hand, because in the death overs, they'll have that security. Oh, that's the beauty of a delivery. The bowler really unlucky to not get an edge on that one. That was a moral victory for the bowler. Up in the air. Nice throw straight to the top of the stumps. It's a full house here, and what an atmosphere we've had for this match. Bowling just a fraction of the edge before the ball crashes into the stumps. And there comes the famous salute. Wonderful to watch. The close-in fielder should be on their toes to ensure that the batsman stays on strike. That's in the air. Got him. That's a stunner. Out for a duck. The fielding side is ecstatic after that breakthrough. Last ball coming up. He's a single there. Good running. Umpire signals leg buys. It doesn't matter how the runs come as long as they're coming.